Hi guys, this is Nuclear Aphrodite and welcome back to my channel once again. Today we'll be flying the Submarine Spitfire 9 of the Royal Air Force. So we'll be starting with the cold start procedure of this aircraft. So what we're going to do first is turn on the wheel brakes over here. Next, we're going to see if this lever fuel pump is in off position and the fuel control over here of the external fuel tanks is in off position. Then what we're going to do is see if the tank fuel pressure is off. Then we are going to see if the magneto buttons M1 and 2 are off. Then what we're going to do is check the throttle is in full idle position. Now what we're going to do is start the engine fuel pump. We're going to supply fuel to the engine. Fuel supply on. Then we're going to press throttle a bit forward so we can get power. Now we have power. And we have yellow light over here. Then what we're going to do is turn on the magneto on buttons. Then what we're going to do is engine RPM to full forward position and see if the throttle is in idle position. Then what we're going to do is check the fuel cutoff valve to on. Okay. Then we're going to see the pitot heat in on position. Okay, then what we're going to do is turn on the gun sight of this aircraft. Here's the gun sight. I've turned this on and here we have the gun sight. Okay, then what we're going to do is turn down the flaps. So we have flaps down. Then what we're going to do is check the fuel if we have the fuel in this fuel gauge. Then what we're going to do is check the boost pump. Okay, then what we're going to do is turn this key gas primer or anti-clockwise and push it out 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to close it. Then we are going to remove these caps. This is booster coil and this is starter. What we're going to do is when a real pilot is inside the cockpit, the pilot has to put both of his index and middle finger on these and while pressing these move this forward to have an engine start. So here we have keyboard control, so we're going to press home and delete button and we're going to have a sound of the engine and then we're going to move this forward, mixture control, so we can have an engine run. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And we have an engine start. There we go. Now as soon we have an engine start, we're going to close these caps and make sure that the oil temperature rises to 20. The radial temperature is between 60 and 40. So we're going to increase the RPM to around 1200. So that we have a oil pressure temperature, radial temperature and all these temperature. So our temperature is rising. Over here as you can see the needle move the oil temperature move, and we must have the oil pressure between 120 up to 120 psi, which is correct. Alright, we're going to maintain this. Throttle increase a little bit forward. And then back again. Now we have oil pressure. And if we don't have this, then really bad things are going to happen to the engine. Okay, then what we're going to do next is check all the instruments that are up and running. We're going to remove the wheel brakes, and we're going to hear a sound, and everything is set and we are ready to go. So guys, this was the basic cold start procedure of the Spitfire. And one more thing that I need to show, here's the way to close the canopy. But before we close the canopy, while the aircraft is taxiing, we need to open the canopy so that the pilot doesn't feel warm or hot during when the canopy is closed. So guys, that's it for today. We'll be coming with more videos of the Spitfire and be flying this aircraft in a much more maneuvers in the coming days. Thank you. Take care.